So welcome back to our Boston Bruins franchise mode, continuing with this rebuild, retool here, however you want to call it. Had another pretty great draft, and now just preparing for another season. We'll have to see how we're going to play. We should have some younger guys breaking in. We still need to spend some money in free agency, and if you guys are enjoying this series, of course, hit that like button. And before we get into it, we do have some winners to read off from last season's point scoring contest. Quite a few of them here. No clean sweeps, but a lot of people who got two correct. So the first one here is Yoppy111, who guessed for the team lead Pastrnak and the league lead Adam Fox. Second one here being, oh my goodness, NR1 Rednalo, who guessed team lead Pasta and the league lead Austin Matthews, who was the leader for the forwards. After that, we have Matt Komuth, who guessed the team lead Pasta and got the goaltender correct, and Igor Shesterkin. So congrats to you. Next up here we have Zinthi, who guessed for the team lead Pasta and for the league lead Adam Fox. And then wrote some gibberish after that. Definitely not true. The next person we have up here is Rickat, who guessed for the team lead Pasta and also got correctly Igor Shesterkin. And next up here we have Oliver Christensen, who got Pasta and Igor Shesterkin for the team lead skater and goaltending lead for the league in general, Igor Shesterkin, who had a stellar season. And last but not least, we have Philippe711, who guessed correctly for the team lead Pasta and also got Igor Shesterkin. So congrats to all of you. And let's see if we can find someone to get all three correct in this coming season. All right, so basically, I've already gone ahead and done scouting stuff. They haven't gotten hired yet, obviously, but we want to obviously get up to at least the cap floor, which we don't have a lot left to do, but we could also still move some pieces. But I think some of these guys you'd want to play in certain scenarios. One big goal I want to do, or I want to hit, is CynFtWProductions is either going to be stay around third line or he's going to jump in, be ready for second line. We want to have someone to help him, right? I'm thinking a nice, like, playmaker or something like that. I'm thinking he's going to be second line. He should jump. So getting ourselves like a second line playmaker would help him quite a bit. If we're looking at just, forwards that we're going to have on roster right now, you got 9. There's your quote-unquote top 9. You don't quite have a fourth line. And, some guys could be shifted down as we sign. But if you're looking at it, yeah, Brock McGinn could be NHL. You essentially have 10 guys. If we signed 2 guys for the NHL, it might be worth it. Let me take a look just at total guys on the roster here. And we'll think 12 and 12 or 13 and 13. 9 to Marchment. That's going to be 8 because Rubric is an exemption. So that's 17 total. 22. So 22, which is short 2 forwards for the entire thing. So if we sign 2 forwards, that's 2 full forward rosters for NHL, AHL. Defensively, you have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. We don't need a single defenseman. Now, Pettinger, we're going to start in the minors, but we can move other guys up who are done growing. Zaboro, Walsh, we'll make the defensive situation work, we'll be fine on that. And we're fine on goaltenders, so it's really just forwards that we need. Yeah. So 3 or 4 forwards, depending on what we want to do here. So let's check free agency. Now, it wasn't a very strong class, but again, we don't need it to be. We want guys. So Kopitar, no. Pageau, not really. I am tempted to go for Middlestat now. I know he's got a couple other teams interested in him, but his stats are really good. He would benefit from more playing time. He'd benefit a heck of a lot from it. And he's really the only playmaker that fits in to the type that we're looking at. Wheeler is a winger. And he's, you know, he's chasing cups right now. So yeah, Middlestat is really the only one. Yes, he has other teams interested in him. New Jersey, Anaheim. New Jersey's kind of a contending team. Anaheim. Hard to say where they're at right now. I'm going to give him 2x6. We're going to go all the way up there. Give him a shot on the second line. Give him the years that he wants and pretty severely overpay. But it's only for 2 years. So let's do that. And then you could honestly get a power forward to pair on that line. I'm still thinking Rodish. And that would give at least decent chemistry. He's kind of the better option simply because he's in that, you know, prime part of his career. Everyone else is, I would classify as cup chasers. Like, yeah, you know, another thing is we could get a more veteran guy like Nelson for a year. And he doesn't have any interest. You could still pick up a guy like that. Especially as he wants only a year deal. You give him better ice time. You say, hey, go out and prove it. And I think that could be good. We're basically trying to just put a good line around CynFtWP. And so in that case, it would kind of make sense. He could also play middle too. So in case we have an injury, we need to move some pieces. Let's actually do it. Let's give Nelson a crap ton of money to be a nice veteran presence and help teach. We'll give him 1x5. So there you go. There's your 2 forwards. Now, we did need a probable depth piece for our NHL team. So let's look at that. Now, if we're going to get a depth... Ooh. Bettersinen. Ooh, he's solid as depth. I would love a guy who could also play middle, though. Let's see if that exists. Don't want a playmaker. Osplund. Decent. LaPierre. Better. He's got decent offense, too. He does have a team interested in him, but... Ooh, 2 years would actually keep him RFA. Let's just give him 2 years. If we end up wanting to keep him around now. He does have another team interested. We'll overpay, but we can afford to. So we'll go like a 2x2 for him. It's not going to be a big deal, I don't think so. Ah! He's RFA, damn it. Yeah, damn it. It would cost a third, which we have plenty of. Washington could probably match it, though. We could just go for Osplund instead. But damn, dude, this guy's sick. I'm going to try it anyway. How high can we push it and make it still a third? This is your second. Fuck that. Third. I don't think... I still don't think it's worth it giving up a third for a depth piece, so I'm just going to go for Osplund for a year. He's not as good, but we don't need him to be. Let's be honest. Let's just pay him 1.25 for a year. That guy looked awesome, though. Like, he could have been a long-term depth piece. I don't know if that's worth giving up a third. It might be. We should have a lot of thirds, but he'd probably just get taken back anyway. All right, so that's one depth piece, and then we could use one more possible AHLer. See if there's anyone that jumps off the page. Ooh, Bordelot didn't pan out. Rip. Name him as a two-way? Okay. Interesting. $75. He's tendered. Bocage is not, but... Ooh. Koivunen is not. He's pretty decent. This could be your future depth piece. Let's just do 1 year to be safe. Although, no, we should have guys expiring. Let's give him exactly what he wants. Bump him up a bit. All right, and that'll be what we get in free agency. Let's advance a day here. Or advance some days, I should say. This is going to be a bunch of scouts. And we're going to have all A's and A minuses now. I found the perfect... Well, there's actually more than the perfect amount. So we're going to have all A's and A minuses. Oh, no. That actually, yeah, that's the guy I was looking. It's an A- goalie coach. So, yeah, he got a head coaching job. We got our NHL assistant. I fired my goalie coach because he was a generalist anyway, and I'm just like, go for it. Why not go for it? But didn't pan out. That's okay. We can just get a goalie coach, someone to train our goalies, so we can go for another generalist. But I'll do that maybe later. Let's just grab a 45-year-old goalie coach. He should not retire anytime soon. Good teaching. Oh, great. Anaheim is interested in him. Well, we're giving him an NHL goalie coach, so. Yo, that looks like a young Kevin Weeks, doesn't it? A little bit. All right, snag him. And let's see. More scouts? Yep, still more scouts. Looks like Middlestat joined our team. Yes, indeed. So we got Middlestat, we got Osplund, we got Nelson, and Koivunen. So we're all good. We got the 4 guys that we were after. All right, we got the new goalie coach. We have a trade offer. No thanks. Let's just bounce all that out real quick. Oops. Shit. Hold on a sec. Okay, it's still showing on my game. Ah, crap. Alright, sorry about that. I was trying to adjust my TV volume because I like to keep it off so it doesn't bleed through on the mic as well, and I pressed the wrong button. And, yeah, like switched the TV settings so my Elgato didn't pick everything up, and I had to resync. Anyway, boring. We're good, right? Yeah, I think we have everything. Oh, we're just waiting on the coach. Wait, did we get the coach? I think I got everything. Are we done? Oh my god, we're done. We're done, bro. Make sure I have enough scouts as well. I don't want to pass up the opportunity. And I'll give you guys a look before I sign them. Look at that. All A's and A minuses. Alright, so we're good to go. We have all the players we need. All the tools necessary to try to help growth out as much as possible. So I'm going to sim up now, get the lines taken care of. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so these are going to be the lines that we roll with here for this season. We're going to go with Pitlick, Geeky, and Pasternak. This gives us a +1. Not that you really need chemistry, but it's mostly for Geeky and Pitlick. Pitlick, his awareness is only 84, but he has sick puck skills. His passing's at 91, so we're going to play him on the top line wing here. Geeky in the middle. Now, the reason I'm doing this is, yeah, he's only got 1 year left, so stat growth may be out off the table for us, but he could be a guy that we move at the deadline, right? And with performance bonuses, and he's on a steal of a deal. And then we can shift up Roslovic, who unfortunately won't give us chemistry, and that's why I'm starting him down here. He also has an extra year on his deal. Now, like, you could do that, but I think I really want Middlestat with CynFtWProductions. I want that extra +1 for chemistry. Nelson, Middlestat, and CynFtWProductions for our second line. He is right now listed as third line still. I think that'll change when the season starts. Either way, he's 85. I'm not going to put him on that third line, I don't think. He'll be playing with Nelson and Middlestat. Third line, Marchment, Roslovic, and Evans. Then Boqvist, Trenin, McGinn. It keeps trying to put Boqvist in the middle, too. He's got 60 faceoffs. They're both center/left wing, so I don't know why it's prioritizing Boqvist, but, you know, game's gonna game. Defensively, Pettersson, McAvoy, Mitchell, Hag, Zboril, Regula. Now, I'm going with Zboril here, even though he's pretty bad, but he gives us actual chemistry. I'm going to use Walsh as the depth guy because he's also an OFD. You know, I could use him in the AHL, but I like the way my AHL is set up. I'll show you guys that in a second with some of our prospects there and such, or a lot of our prospects there and such. Power play wise, we're just loading up the first line. Geeky, net front, Middlestat on the half wall, Pasternak, Shooter, McAvoy, and CynFtWProductions on the point. He can rip some stuff. Now, he does have close quarters and whatnot, but I don't want to put him in Pasternak's position of having to rip goals. All right, he should get some points. He can fire some from the point. Like, yes, he's got close quarters in 1T, but you still want to keep Pasternak happy. You still want him producing, and good God. If we have a good power play, he boosts everyone else as well. And that's what we got. McAvoy distributing, Pasta finishing, and puck carrying. I didn't really want to put CynFtWProductions on the second. I could still do that. Put someone else here instead of Middlestat. Put him on the second unit, kind of balance it, but it's still possible. Since, you know, McAvoy's, you know what? I might actually do this. Let's put you know what? I'm going to do it. I want to give him his own power play, I think. So throw Roslovic in here. Who else on the point? I can put Pitlick on the point. He's not even on the power play. Let's put Pitlick on the point. Might hurt our... Yeah, it's going to completely tank the chemistry. But I kind of like this idea. Of Middlestat here. Net front is going to be Nelson. He's playing twice. And then CynFtWProductions right here. Mitchell, Zboril, hell no. Who else do we need there? Geeky, Roslovic, Pitlick. Don't have a hell of a lot of options. Evans. What is he, a left winger? The hell is he? Yeah, I guess I could put him on the point. Oh, Evans is bad on the power play. What does Peterson do for it? -3. Okay, it can't really be Evans. He's honestly horrible for it. I mean, it could be Mitchell. They were both okay for it. Damn, it's still at a friggin' negative. Can't do much. This is like how I want to play it. We can see how this works. We don't really have that many options. I can double shift. I could double shift. Could double shift Pasta, put him on, put him on the point. But then that's actually interesting because the lines will be a little bit weird. Let's see how this works if I do that. Put him... Okay, gets us to a 0. I'm going to double shift Pasta. I'll double shift Pasta. Anyway, that'll be our new power play. I'll have Pasta puck carrying. Can he distribute as well? He actually could. You know what? Oh, yeah. I'll make him distributing on this one. Yeah. We'll do that. Interesting power play, but we're going with it. Penalty kill lines I didn't really touch, so it is what it is. And yeah, Boakfist taking draw. I just don't care enough. Whatever. It's the third penalty kill. 3-man. And the extra lines I did touch. I'm going to keep Geeky with Pasternak for a lot of this. Again, I want to try to get him those performance boosts. They keep putting Mitchell up there. Whatever, I'm fine with it. And then second one, this is the big one. Middlestat and CynFtWProductions. Roslovic, Nelson. This is Borelhag. And then this one, the forward pairing should all be the same. McAvoy, Pedersen, and then Mitchell. Extra attacker, Pasta, and Santavori. And then shootout lineup, I also put him right there for the second shot slot. And Greaves has still not grown. He's done. I think he's done at 82, but he'll be a solid backup. And then depth is Walsh and Osplund, as we saw. Quick look at the AHL. Won't go too in-depth, but we got Gavin and Burke up here along with Foote. So 2 power forwards, but hey, they should be able to score some goals here. Playing on that top line. Those are our main prospects. You can just see by the ages, those are mostly filler guys and hope they pan out guys. We're going Pettinger and Holloway in the top pairing. Now, Holloway is listed as minor top 4. But I'm going to play him. He's a 77. I'm going to put him up there anyway. That could be a hell of a shutdown pairing. No chemistries, but that's fine. And then Alex Lyon and Leinen. As our goaltenders, scratches are Emilio Pedersen, who's 78 bottom 6 and a playmaker. Now, he could be, you know, I could have put him in a line. I'm mostly holding him in case our, you know, someone on that first line gets injured. And then this guy was tough to sit. 73, 22, top 6, but there was kind of no spot for him. Everyone else is miles ahead of him and still has, you know, some growth. We would like to get possible depth. Like this guy's 23 at that. This guy's 24 at 78. Sabrango's 24 at 78. Trying to see if we can get as many guys as possible. NHL ready or borderline or enough, you know. You need depth in the future. You need top 6 guys in the future. You likely don't find them much in the draft, so. Or that's at least not who you're targeting in the draft. So that's it. But before we get started, I do need to assign my scouts. I forgot to do that, so I'll do that real quick. All right, the scouts are assigned. Let's do that hockey. See what happens throughout the course of this season. Mainly concerned with growth. Just remove the trade block stuff. I don't really want offers going throughout the year. I have my team set up in a very, very specific way. So we'll see what trades we want to make and at what point. Alright, blowing through preseason. Yes, we are compliant. Alright, starting off the season with a bang. A 5-4 loss. You love to see that. Good scoring and you lose. Oh, I don't like that. Getting shut out. 500 teams so far. Yeah, kind of hovering around 500 in the early going. Philip Doust. I can't remember where he is. But I want to figure out, at least know who my depth piece is so I can put him back. So I'll do it like this first. Who the hell is it again? It is Pedersen. That's right. All right, Pedersen. So we'll remember that. All right, it'll probably screw up the calendar sim. Oh, it didn't. What the hell? Interesting. And I can't best lines this because I have made some changes, so. This will make it easier, though. Pardon me? Ugh, the menu lag's killing me. Alright, yeah, now the sim's gonna screw up. We'll see where we end up on the 1st of December. MCL sprain for Gustafsson. Now, this might be a defenseman. No, he's not. Okay. Well, he's out for a while. I'm just gonna... Who's our defensive depth piece? Oh, yeah, that's right. Langlois. Let's throw Pedersen in there. He'll be out for a while. Good year for rookies, says the scout. Oh, that sucks. Middle stat, injured with a mild concussion. He should be back very quickly. Not quite, though. 10, 11, and 1. We're actually 1 point out of a wild card spot right now, which is interesting. CynFtWProductions actually leading in points. I guess Pasta can't carry those two guys up there. He's got 24 and 22 with 15 goals. Uh-oh. Oh, man, what a start for CynFtWProductions. Okay. Scoring a good amount, allowing a lot of goals. Power play solid. Penalty kill is absolutely atrocious. So even AI can't build a good penalty kill. I don't care. I don't care if we get shelled on the penalty kill. That's just gonna help us. We're not trying to be a good team. Ooh, he actually dropped to 84, so he actually should be listed as third line, but I'm not moving him at this point. 15 goals where he's at. Nelson's got 22 points. Middle stat has 20. Pasta's only got 18 and 22. So yeah, he's not really able to carry these guys like I hoped. Rem. They're both feeding him though, so that's what I wanted. I'll leave it. It's unfortunate. I was hoping that he would tear it up, but not so much. Osplin's got 2 points in his 1 game played. Yeah, not a whole lot of points from anyone. Yeah, and figured the goalies will look like that. Alright, well, I'm not touching a thing right now. Hopefully CynFtWProductions grows. I mean, it'd be insane if he doesn't. I am playing him, you know, above his role a little bit, but look what the dude's doing. You can't justify moving him down at this point. I mean, you could, quote-unquote, play him in his role, but he's playing like a first liner, and he's on the second. So let's go up here, and then we'll check out the growth and stuff. See if we get any early on. Middle stats back. I think Osplin's just going to have 1 game played. Not 2, but okay, still ditch just the 2 points. Middle stat will hop back in. There we go. Alright, continuing on here, but let's go to the scouting. Where we do need to figure some stuff out here early on. Ooh, a high 6 in there. That's always kind of interesting to see. I want to get most of the, I'll say through like 15 picks, if they're unknowns. For sure want to get them looked at. We can do a lot of staggering with our scouts too to make sure we get them all done quickly. Yeah, we're actually missing a lot of info here. I mean, Auto Scout should take care of a lot of it, theoretically. But that is a lot of unknowns. Let's go to this. Guy at 5, another sniper, man. Where are the power forwards? Hello. Klinka. It's very interesting right there. That's a bit late. Pretty much scout everyone. We have a lot of firsts. We have a lot of picks. So even people maybe even outside of range at times I'm going to look at here. 200's way too late for a medium though. This guy's in a rough spot for a low elite, but we'll see. I'm going to try to prioritize the scouts that I've had for a while because we know the other ones are just gaining their efficiency this year, so they'll be a bit slower. That's something we want to keep an eye out for. And that's what I'm doing. Quite late for Yonsu, but should be okay. There's a lot of lows here. And some of them are in it's a good spread too, which is good, which is what I'm after. Because if we can get a few low elites in different rounds, that would be a great draft for us. Okay, this guy, no real chance of being elite where he is. I think they usually appear a bit earlier than the like early 20s at the latest is when I've seen. I mean, they could theoretically appear like 25 plus. I don't know if I've ever seen it though. For medium elite. Low elites you will. But not medium elites. There is a hell of a lot. This guy's a bit late, but I'm going for it anyway. Volchenkov, 19. He could be a lot of things right there. 180 is very late. But he could be a top 6 there. Again, even getting info on like, hey, there's a top 6 in the 180s could mean, okay, you might still have medium elites up to 150. From like 75 to 150 because, yeah, that's still the prime spot for him. When you start seeing top 6s in there, it's less likely that you're going to have the medium elites. It might just be like, oh, those top 6s, top 4s, they are the steals of those mid-rounds. So it could indicate an overall weaker draft. But again, nothing's set in stone. There's a lot of ins and outs, essentially. 108's good. Okay. Let's switch to Redmond on that one. I think I give Soro the last one. All right, 2 ticks. Zibanejad. Give it to Elizabeth. Yeah, we actually have another decent scout there. Although his efficiency is not that good, I'm not going to give a ton to him. Nothing great. Nothing great. Worth. And how about 1 ticks here? Nothing. Oh, we got a couple for the lows. And they're both being looked at. Okay, Kaufman. Decent position. Is that an OFD? Maybe. Oh, 50. Okay. And that'll do it. Alright, so that'll be our first round of scouting here. Brock McGinn fully healed. I don't think he was out, but I'm checking anyway. No, he wasn't. Come on, back. Uh-oh, we're winning games. Watch out. Gale Holloway. I don't think the other guy came back yet, so he actually... Okay, it's a defenseman anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. I knew I recognized the name, but I couldn't remember why I recognized the name. -5, lol. We'll see what actually happens. He should be back pretty soon. He's back. Let's get him back in there. Gavin's at an 81. So is Pettinger. Holloway has maybe grown 1. He also could be moraled up. We'll see. Wow! Those are some huge wins right there, like just scoring-wise. I think he was on that 4th line. Yep. I want him in there. 2-way guy, young. Alright, keep going. 16, 16, and 2. Again, we're just hovering around 500. Which dangerously could be enough for the playoffs this season. Yeah, it's very, very weak right now in our conference overall. And CynFtWProductions still leading the team in points with 37 and 34. It's kind of unreal that he's keeping up this pace. Let's check progress reports here. I will check on... He is getting growth. His puck skills, discipline, nothing for his shot, a little bit to his defense, endurance. Yeah, so he is naturally growing. It's not that he just isn't growing. He's growing in his role. Or above his role, whatever you want to say. Giftopoulos, 69. Oh, solid growth so far. Wow. When did we take this guy? 2nd rounder. That's pretty nice. Vorbev, low elite, 57 at 20. He was a 5th rounder. It's good that he's growing, but not a whole lot of hope for him to make it. Ullman, solid growth out of him. Top 6, Blomstrand. Decent. Vannanen. Okay. Claude. Oh, good. His awareness is getting up. That's actually good growth. Don't know how good he's going to be. Pettinger has already grown, which is real good for us. Oh my god, he's going to be solid. He's actually not a horrible skater either. Warner, high starter. He's still, yeah, he needs a big growth here. If these two goalies that we have don't work out, we're likely gonna have to turn to free agency because we're not gonna be able to afford to wait for goalies to pan out. That's just, it's not gonna be a thing. All right, let me go to this. Silas Burke hasn't grown. Interesting. He's playing exactly where he should be. Rubrek has down in the CHL. Gavin's grown a little bit too. Some morale too. What I'm not seeing though. Okay, Holloway. It's a couple to his shot accuracy, and then he's moraled up slightly too, but he needs more for sure. A little bit from him. All right. So pretty decent growth to start off. We want to see more, obviously. We'll see. Let's say we fly up to the deadline now. See what happens. Wait a sec. We're in the playoff spot now. Oh my god. That winning streak was kind of nuts. Okay, but then we're going to have a losing streak and bounce back out, I think. I think both wild cards belong to our division. Okay, let me do some scouting real quick. All right, continuing on, and we're continuing to win. We may actually make the playoffs. We have a very good chance to make the playoffs here. We keep winning games like this. Oh, and Geeky goes down. That is unfortunate. I could do a double switch here. Think it might be a good idea. Oh, Rosovic's actually got good points. Yeah, I'm going to double switch. I think it's a smart call. Osplin, have Roslovic try to get a few extra points. We'd love him to get some more stat growth, too. And we're going to put him in that first line role next season. What's going on? Probably just... Oh, everything's fine. Okay. -5! I saw that. Come on, CynFtWProductions, grow more. Geeky fully healed. That was quick. So I did this, and then this. Okay. Back to normal. We'll see what happens here. We're holding on to that wild card spot. Again, we might make it. I think we're gonna make it, dude. We're actually going on a tear right now. Our goaltending is actually working out for us. We're in second in the division. What? We just shot up to 34, 24, and 4. Pasternak now leading in points. So CynFtWProductions did fall off, but Pasta shot up. Interesting. I want to see what's going on here. Wow, our goals for shot up. Goals against kind of got better. Power play still killing it. Penalty kill is ass, but who cares? Wow. We're third. Sorry, yeah, tied for third in scoring. Our defense is atrocious in the middle of the pack, but lower tier. Our power play is the best in the NHL. And our penalty kill is second worst. So we got the offense figured out. I want to see the points, though, because this should indicate that Geeky has torn it up. Middle stat 67, CynFtWProductions was 64. He's still having a tremendous rookie season. Nelson, point per game, Roslovic. Ooh, Geeky's all the way down here. So not as much, and Roslovic on the third line is going ham, actually. So he should still get stat growth no matter what. Geeky, we could still performance boost trade him. I mean, he still should have a significant performance boost from, 47.61 games played. It's nothing to sneeze at. Teams want that. Wow. McAvoy, 48 points, plus 32. Interesting. Yeah, we're outscoring the mistakes at this point. Which you could argue is good or bad for us. I want to see what our pick situation's like. Because our own pick isn't going to be great now. Islanders are shit. That's amazing. So the Islanders, that pick's looking real good for us. The Devils are kind of in an interesting spot as well. Us and the Kings, you know, not great. Threes. Oh my god. Tons of picks. Tons and tons of picks here. What's their record? Oh, that Islanders pick is gonna be golden. Oh man. Oh man. That Islanders pick is gonna be absolutely golden. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, that Islanders pick's gonna be sick. Let's check out some growth here. CynFtWProductions, is that the same as he had before? I think mostly. Maybe it's gotten a bit better, but not amazing growth. Giftopoulos is at a 77 now. He was a second round selection in last year's draft. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. That's some sick growth. Randy Tucker, this guy was, you know, a previous pick. Yeah, he's not growing that much. Van Ryn. Gavin. Solid. He'll be NHL ready next season. Vorbev, good luck. Ullman needs more still. Volpati. Pretty decent growth out of him. Cone or... yeah, something Con. Vannanen, Ullman. Vannanen's our best bet. Blomstrand, Warner. Yeah, he's not growing a ton. Pettinger still sitting around 80. Let's see. Nothing from Burke. That is unfortunate. That's highly, highly unfortunate. We need him to jump at least. Rubruck, same thing. Where's the top fours at? Holloway still hasn't done much. That's unfortunate too. But again, sometimes those guys in that first year, they just don't grow. Or don't grow much. So I'm not super worried about it. All in all, though, this is great growth. Giftopoulos turning out to be an absolute gem. Like, ridiculous gem. There's your Carlo replacement. He's a big defenseman. Real big defenseman. So, options for trading. Obviously, Geeky is the main guy we're thinking of. He doesn't have a ton, but that's enough. You know, that's enough of a performance boost to probably get, you know, first. We can also just say next year first. We have a ton. We have 4 for the friggin' season. Yeah, we don't have any for next season, so this is probably the time. Yeah, if we trade for him, it'll be a first for next year. Team that may fall off, you know? What's Pittsburgh doing? I'm still eyeing Pittsburgh because they're all older. God damn it, how are they still good? Oh, come on. They still... oh, they're picked... and I hate that. Oh, they got Buchnevich. Oh, wow. Oh, they're falling off. How that? Yeah, that sucks because they're performing really well, but their picks for next season are juiced up. Damn it. That's still going to be quite hard to get. Like they'll fall off eventually, and we'd love to get that pick, but yeah. So yeah, Geeky's the main piece. Middlestat we obviously hold on to. Pitlick, you could argue, could be moved too. He's not having a ton of production. Like, not a ton. He's on pace for more points than last season, so we could wait for him to get stat growth, which he should get from an 83. So we could also do that. There's some options here. Sell some pieces, sure, but don't need to really go overboard. But I think you move Geeky because he's last year. We don't have an extension in place. He's a steal of a player for someone to pick up. Issue is like we're definitely not getting that next year first. It's just too much value, right? You could probably make it work. They'd have too many skaters. You might be able to make it work, but it's going to be tough. It's going to cost you extra. And I don't know if I necessarily want that from a first from next season. Besides, they could just come back and be good again and completely tank the value of that pick, and then it becomes a not good investment. But we can figure all that kind of stuff out. Let me know what you guys think. We're probably going to be a playoff team. But the good news is the Islanders are actually not the worst team. The worst team are the Coyotes, but the Islanders, we should get a top 5 pick out of them, which is tremendous. Especially because we're not tanking. But we'll see. We'll see. We might fall back out of the playoffs once we make a trade or two here at the deadline. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one.